A waste management red danger truck just pulled away from T-Mobile. I was trying to get my camera up really quick because it was just sitting there, but as soon as I pulled out my camera, it pulled away. And a guy who's been walking around lately, who's talking loudly to himself per se, just walked by behind me. And I kept wondering about this guy because it's been going on for a few days because you can really hear him even, like, 13 floors up in the sky. But anyway, the purpose for this video was to show that on Sundays there's no traffic along certain streets in the Rittenhouse area. You can only have pedestrians, and I know that they've cleared away. I thought it was 15 to 18, and then from Locust to Chestnut, or I'm sorry, 15 to 19, maybe it's 16 to 19, 16th to 19th Street, and then from Locust to Chestnut along 18th, which would look like a cross laid down, a cross bared down at Rittenhouse for the persecution of... I decided to put it on me because I was persecuted so badly beginning in 2011. I know that's a high claim, but believe me, it was bad. Really bad. And it's hard to explain unless you actually experience it and witness it, and if it's directed towards you. So anyway, I think it may start on 15th. I don't see cones up, but I see cones on the sidewalk further up here, as if they will put them down closer maybe to 8. No one's driving up the past. We'll see. Anyway, there's Levan Cookie is coming in. The latest report that I heard is October 10th, so 10/10, which I think to some is like a movie reference. Somehow it might have to do with Clockwork Orange, the movie. Somewhere, someone in the, who went to art school or whatever was like, oh yeah, 10/10. Back in the day, you would see advertisements for watches and clocks, and they'd always be set to 10/10. But it could be considered a movie reference or symbolism. So, all right. I do see cars going down here, but no cars are parked past 16. So they may not put these cones out until it's time. That car's going to go down. But I wanted to show the cross-like symbolism of this "we walk but don't drive" Sunday. Every Sunday in September, they will have this closed down street situation and just pedestrians, like a procession per se. That's what I thought of when looking at the map of this street selection for closing on Sundays. It just looks like, and in fact, the news had a diagram, or whoever posted the diagram, it looked like a yellow or golden cross laid bare, and technically, for what I experienced, I shouldn't even have to be out here doing this, and I know it. But maybe someone out there wanted to see how far the persecutors would go with their little game of being nastiness and disgusting, and abhorrent and terrorizing. Someone else said it in a way, it's like a new form, modern form, when used en masse like it was against you, of modern terrorism, because there's so much of it, and it's at grassroots ground level, and also people know what tricks to pull so as to not appear as a problem in society, unless you get to the point where you report everything every day. And some people would say it's almost like the movie Obey, or you do hear some religious people saying, that there's a reason they don't play into all the messaging of, like, for instance, Les Miserables has been playing, and of course, if you're kind of jerky and wanted to read it a certain way, you would see lesbian, like, you say, oh, it's like lesbian, miserable lesbian. And Ellen DeGeneres actually went on tour She's still on tour. She actually showed up in Philadelphia, which is like, I don't think she ever did a show in Philadelphia ever. And Philadelphia had that in place already at the same theater, the Academy House. So no cars parked. The only cars pulling up might be for other reasons. We'll go to the other side. So in a way, we're walking this cross-like symbolism. So we're doing the long end of the cross here as we walk towards 18th and 19th. They had Margaritaville playing, and Open Streets West Walnut is what they're calling it. They're calling it West Walnut because we're west of Broad Street. West Philadelphia, of course, is on the other side of the Schuylkill River, and we're on the east side of the Schuylkill River. I'm surprised they used west, but they're using Broad Street as a marker. So I don't know when they put these cones up. I'm super early. We're talking it's maybe close to 7 a.m. I came out early. Maybe I'll do a later one to show like that cars aren't here, but I wanted you to see this very long and large cross-light structure. I've walked these streets many years, 1 million and 5 million times. I can't tell you how many times I've been buzzing around these streets. So in any capacity, but as a dog walker for sure, but even when I was full-time freelancing, you know, this is how I get groceries. I would rarely get a car. You just shop in the city and stuff like that. It's a good way to prevent getting too much at the grocery store. Of course, if you're on a major budget. This would be the center of the cross. So, only pedestrians at some point today. I'll show you 19th. The tip of the cross would be at 19th Street. Hey guys. So my guess is, 8 or 9 is when they put the cones in place. This pilot needs, it's a...
I can't either. I cover like 1 million runs, so. Yeah, I know.
So, Rittenhouse Square to the left. Oh look, there's PNC. I don't bank at PNC, I don't. I actually use 2 separate banks, one for savings and one for PNC. It's just because I don't know, for some reason I wanted to do that. Also, there's a promotion at another bank, so I wanted to take advantage of the promotion. But I think it's interesting that PNC is part of the Crosslight structure, and it's a bank that I've been using since the end of 2018, like 2018-ish, which is when I moved to Florida. So this is the tip of the cross, really, where PNC Bank is. It's